Hello, everybody. How's everybody tonight? Welcome to my live. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Laura Rodrick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And I try and go live every Tuesday around 7 p.m. Central Time to share some really fun projects with you. So thank you if you're watching now live or if you're watching on the replay. Be sure to leave a comment to let me know that you're on, where you're from, how's your weather, anything like that. Hi, Jolene, how are you? So we're going to do, I feel like I have a real lot to show you guys tonight. I feel like there's just so much going on right now. There's 9 days left of Sale-a-bration. So you got to get all your free stuff. And then they added more things a couple weeks ago. So that makes the decision even harder of what to get. And there's just so many fun choices. So I've been trying to do my projects lately with things from the Sale-a-bration catalog, so you can see some of the things that you can earn for free and some of the ways to use them. So we're going to do another Sale-a-bration item tonight for that class. I hope you like it. I like it. I think it was a lot of fun to do. All right, so I've been doing a contest every week, and I changed a few weeks ago from doing a share contest, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who shares because I really appreciate it. And so the contest now is all you have to do is make a comment, and then I just go through all the comments and then pick a winner. So from the comments from last week, and I look at both my Facebook pages, my business, my personal, and then I also go to my YouTube channel. So the winner from this week is Judy Herman. So Judy, congratulations. I have to see if I have your address or not. If not, please PM me or email me and let me know your address, and I'll get this in the mail to you. This week, Judy won these really beautiful neutrals adhesive back sequins, and they're in really pretty colors. I'm really into the sequins now. I think they're really pretty. They had some red ones in the paper pumpkin over Christmas, and I was just in love with those. I'd love if they could bring those back, like in the annual catalog or something. And then there's some new ones coming out with some online exclusives that'll be available March 5th for customers, so I'll show you those too. All right, so this week for my comment contest, I'm going to give away a pack of these adhesive backed cork rounds. These are fun. I have not used these yet, but they look like a lot of fun, so we'll have to find some projects to use these on. Okay, again, all you have to do is comment and you'll be entered into the contest. Okay, let's turn let me first make sure that I'm coming up on Facebook. Okay, I gotta see myself, make sure I can see the comments before I turn the camera. Hi, Pam, how are you? Okay, let me turn the camera on because I just have a lot of stuff to show you. Okay, let's see, that looks pretty good. Thank you for sharing, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's start with these online exclusives, you guys. These are coming out March 5th for customers. If you're a demonstrator, you can order these now, and I've ordered some of them. These are, this is a picture of some of the bundles. They have this latte bundle, the zinnia bundle, and then this cute little wagon. I'm in love. They're all very nice. I was on the fence of this one. I think I'm going to get it, but right now that one's not available for demonstrators. It's supposed to be back next week. But this is the one that I really love. It's the zinnia bundle. And I just love the colors. I think the colors, can you see the colors on here? Let me bring it up a little, how pretty they are. They're just bold and beautiful and just right up my alley. Here's another one of the little pieces with the dies for the latte one. And here's just a little flyer that kind of shows you a few of the things. There's an embossing folder that goes with. These are the sequins. Let me show you these because they're just really pretty. Encircled in nature. So some other things. Everything's not on here yet. So on the 5th, they'll have everything up. So for the zinnias, look at these sequins. I just think they are so beautiful. I love the colors. They're so summery and pretty. And I'm going to be doing a class. So I'll just give you a little sneak peek right now with the zinnia class. So it's going to be a class that I'm going to offer, and it's going to come with a half a pack of paper and a full pack of the sequins and some ribbon, a roll of this white ribbon. So we're going to do 4 cards in the class, and I think these are really pretty. This little card is actually a seed packet. And so if you order the class, I'll give you a couple packets of these zinnia seeds, one to make your project and one to actually plant in your garden. I feel like we should all have pretty zinnias in our garden this year. So that'll be in the kit, as well as we're going to make this little notebook cover for that with the die cuts. And then you'll also get, I ordered some really fun pens, so you'll also get a little pen in your kit too, which I think these are really fun. And so anyway, I'm going to put that up for sale next week. So next week on my live, I'll give you the details of the class, and then I'll start selling it right before it goes live. Okay, so this week we're going to be working out of the Sale-a-bration catalog. And like I said, this is running for 9 more days. I'm going to use, this is free with a $50 purchase. This is the Softly Stippled Designer Series Paper. Beautiful, beautiful paper. I love the colors. I love the flowers. I just think it's really pretty. So all our projects are being made with this free product tonight. Here's some of the samples in the catalog, the little Sale-a-bration brochure. And I know you guys have seen this before. We've used it for some of our other projects. Lots of fun stuff in here. Just kind of flip through to show you some things. This one right here I think is pretty. And I haven't done a class on that, but I did do a card. And that is the Detailed Dogwood, and that is free with a $100 purchase. So I made this little card over the weekend. So I thought that was kind of fun to use that set. All right, and then they added, like I said before, they added some more products to this. And so there's more to celebrate, and some of these are really great. There's some good stamp sets. So this is going to be great for Father's Day. The Beside Me stamp set, you can get that for free with a $50 purchase. Botanical Layers, who doesn't need more flowers and leaves for their projects, and it's got a couple nice sentiments. You can get, with a $100 purchase, free the core colors, the new core colors from this year of the Stampin' Right markers. So that's really great gift to get for free. If you don't have these markers yet in the new colors, that's a great way to get them. Okay, so moving on, the papers that I showed you coordinate from the mini catalog with the Stippled Roses bundle. So that is a stamp set and it's a die set. And so we're going to use that for our projects tonight too. And these dies are really awesome. When I first looked at this, I thought, roses, I'm not sure. But then looking at the dies, there's a lot of really cool dies in here. So we're going to use some of those and have some fun with that tonight. Okay. All right. Hi, Lois. Okay. So let's get started. Here's the cards we're going to make tonight. So we are going to use that big rose stamp set, and we're going to do this birthday card in some of my favorite colors. We'll do this Sending Thanks card, and these are the dies that I was just telling you about. So it's not just roses. There's all these really pretty dies, and we're going to use those to make a card. And that's just a Sending Thanks card. We're going to use, this is just cut from the paper and colored from the paper. So we're going to do this Just For You card, a little Happy Mother's Day. You can use any sentiments you want in this. And then lastly, I finally used the wild wheat. I'm kind of proud of myself for finally using the wild wheat, but it was coordinated in this paper. So we're going to do this Congratulations card. Again, you can make this a birthday, a thank you, anything you want with these cards. All right. Again, as we get started, if you place an order with me, you can receive the make and takes to make all 4 of these cards free with your $35 or more order. Here's the host code for this week. It's RQXCUBAU. All right. Here is the stamp set. Here are the dies. Not all the dies. I have one out because we're going to use it during the project. But really nice. In addition, for this first card, we're going to use this set of dies, the Countryside Corners. So we're going to make a little frame for our roses out of that. And then we're going to do the background for one of our sentiments with this skinny die right here. And this is the Stylish Shapes dies. Use these every week. Love them. They're just so basic and so perfect. Okay, here are the things for our first card. So, if you get the kit, this is how your things come. In an envelope, all your pieces are pre-cut and ready to go. I can't stamp anything. That's against the rules, but I will do some die cutting and embossing for you as well. So I'm going to leave, this is for the inside. I'm going to leave that out. Standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. put that aside. We'll come back to that. We've got some other layers, and I'll tell you the measurements as we go along for that. But let's start the stamping first. Now, the Countryside Corners dies, I did one in white and one in Mossy, is that, no, it's Lost Lagoon. I almost said Mossy Meadow, but it's actually Lost Lagoon. And let me just show you, it's, let me just see which ones they were so you know for sure. Is it the biggest and the second biggest? Yes. So it's the outer two that I used to die cut both of those pieces. Okay. So we are ready. I'm just making sure that is the right size. So we're going to stamp on this. We're going to stamp on this, and we're going to stamp on the inside of the card. I'm going to actually switch them up, not that it matters. So this will do our sentiment first. This is just going to say best birthday wishes. And this is a very skinny piece of basic white. It's actually 3/8 of an inch, and it's 3 1/4 inches long. So we're going to stamp in Memento black. So we'll start with the best birthday wishes. Did you guys have cold weather this week? We had some cold weather over the weekend. And then today, I'm driving home from work and it's 80 degrees out. So like all of a sudden we're done and it's summer. Just crazy. And so it's going to be warm, like, I don't know, the next 2 weeks to 10 days as far as I could see into the future forecast. So I feel like summer's come. So now all I want to do is run out and buy flowers. I don't know. I'm sure they have some out already. All right, best birthday wishes. That's all set. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to stamp the rose. So this is quite a large die. Look how pretty this die is. I'm sorry, stamp. It's not a die, it's a stamp. It's very, very large. So we're going to ink that up, and we're going to, it barely fits on our Countryside Corner die cut piece of paper. So I'm just going to ink this up and make sure I'm getting all the areas. Okay. And I need to just make sure I can fit. This is a very heavy block. Okay, but I think it'll fit perfectly right like this. Just barely fits, right? So let's push that down, make sure we're going to get a good image on it. Okay, look at how pretty that is. It's pretty by itself. We don't even have to color it, right? I just love how pretty that is. Are you guys fans of roses? We have some roses out front that I don't know what the schedule is for roses. I don't know if they just live their own lives and bloom when they want, or I haven't noticed the pattern, but when they bloom, oh my God, they're gorgeous, and so many. This is the other one. This is a smaller one, another rose, and we're just going to stamp this in the corner for the inside of our card. And we're going to color both of them at the same time. So let me get out my blends. I'm going to use Calypso Coral to coordinate with the paper. And let's see, do I have new blends? I just got new blends, some new blends in the mail today. When I got home from work, they were here because, I don't know, somehow I destroyed my Calypso Coral, the brush tip. I don't know, too much using my favorite color, right? So let's do this. So I'm just gonna not get too crazy. I'm gonna color fast. And I feel like I can get a lot of area with the brush tip at one time. Let's see if maybe I can stay in the lines. And just do the different areas. I'm going to work in small areas because then wherever it's kind of dark is where I'm going to add my dark. And then I'm just going to blend it in. Okay, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I don't think it has to be perfect. Okay, so let me get this little piece done, and then we'll do the big rose. So anyway, yeah, the weather's been kind of crazy, but all of a sudden, I'm like ready for summer. And I hope we can count on it. I think, you know, we can usually plant here at the end of February. So now that it looks like there's no freeze or anything cold for the next 10 days, I think I can go ahead and get crazy and plant stuff. Start getting flowers. I kind of stopped gardening, like doing vegetables, like last year, I think was the first year I didn't do vegetables. But I remember when I lived in Chicago, like the last week in April was when I usually put in my garden, and I might start with like the colder vegetables first, like radishes and stuff. But I don't know. I don't feel like doing, I mean, tomatoes are always good, right? I don't have as much luck gardening here as I did in Chicago. First of all, it's too hot. So if you plant at the end of February, you're going to harvest before July when it gets to be 95 every day, because then everything's just going to die. And then you can plant again at the end of August and harvest in December. So I don't know. I'm on the fence of what kind of vegetables if I'm going to plant this year. But I'm definitely ready for flowers. Okay, you can see that's starting to look pretty. Now we've got a giant rose to color. Like I said, I'm just going to try and color kind of fast here. And I did not do one in advance, so we're going to have to suffer through the entire coloring process. If you're watching the replay, you can just fast forward, but see, I can cover a big area at once here. And then we'll just add a little bit of color for blending. Okay, and it's kind of hard because you have to be careful and try and distinguish what's flower and what's leaves, right? But I think we're doing okay. So again, going really fast, just kind of hitting the highlights with this. Don't have time to look at the comments, but I'm gonna in a minute. Okay, and kind of blend it in. Now, of course, you can make, and I wonder what happened to my marker, right? Look at me being so rough with it. You can make this any color you want. Do you like pink roses, red roses? Do you have a favorite color rose? My favorite flower has always been carnations. I love the smell of them. They're just so pretty and fluffy. That's always been my favorite flower, but roses are nice. Okay, we have a couple more rose areas to do. So we'll get these done, and then we're just going to fill in the leaves. Again, I would be much more careful if I wasn't doing this live, but all right, I think we're about done with the flowers. And the leaves should be easy. They're not that big. So let's just add a little bit in the dark areas. These new markers are really juicy, aren't they? I feel like I need to push this in. See how it's kind of sticking out a little bit? I feel like it's sticking out more than it should. But not right now. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with that. Let's quickly do this flower here. This is the card that takes the longest tonight because it's got the coloring going on. We're not going to be coloring on every card. I don't think. Are we? I don't think so. I think the next one's all die cuts, which is super easy. It's mostly just assembly. Okay. What would you do this card for? Would you do it for birthday? Would you do it for thank you, Mother's Day, friend card? What would you do? Do you guys change up your cards? I know I do that. If I ever get a card kit, I tend to change it up and make it suit my needs, right? Oh, okay, hold on. I have to read the comments for a minute. I just want to see everything. Good. Jolene says they've had a pretty mild winter. That's good. That's good. I feel like Chicago's had a pretty mild winter too. Everything's starting to bud out in Northwest Georgia. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. Peppermint carnation. No, I've never seen one. Wow. sympathy, anniversary cards. Oh yeah, those are good ideas. Good ideas. Okay, here's the dark. This is Lost Lagoon. Again, to match what we've got. This is the light. Oh, this is the dark. Did I mix up my caps? Sometimes I do that. Do you guys ever do that? Where you mix up your caps? Okay, this one says light, and I have to actually look at the marker. We'll do a couple leaves at a time, and we're going to add just a little bit of dark to these because we don't want too much. Maybe I'm too impatient to be a good colorer. Do you think that's part of the thing? I like to get things done fast. And sometimes you need a lot of patience to stay in the lines and be a good colorer. It's kind of not me. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark in here. Then we'll move on to the next set of leaves. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I guess if you were doing a bunch of cards or a bunch of swap cards, you probably wouldn't want to do all this coloring, right? Because it is taking a minute. But if you're doing one card for somebody special, then I guess it's worth it, right? You could also do a wedding card with this. You could really fancy it up a little bit, maybe add some silver or gold or something to it. Okay, I think we're on the home stretch. I've got to start coming out of my comfort zone with color too. I tend towards my favorite colors, and this set is one of them. But I felt like it matched the DSP that had the Calypso Coral Roses on it. So that's one of the reasons why I did the roses this color. Okay, and we're going to call this done. I don't have any white spots anywhere. And let's just finish up our leaves on this one, and then we're done with the stamping and the coloring. We can just do assembly, which will be great. All right. All right, that's it. We did it. We made it. It's done. Mostly kind of sort of stayed in the lines. I put the right caps on the right ends. Okay, that's it. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's do this. So let's see. We're still good here. On my iPad, we're frozen. I hate when that happens. Hopefully, I'll still be able to see your comments come up. Okay, so we're just going to layer. We're just going to take the card base. And then I have this first piece of basic white cardstock, and this is just a little bit bigger. It's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, so that'll be our first layer here. So we just have to make sure we get everything lined up because we have very narrow borders to work with, which I think is a lot harder to do. Okay. And then this is that DSP I was telling you about with the roses. I just love it. All right, so that's our next layer. Okay. Now, did we pop anything up? Yeah, I think we did. All right, so let's add this layer to this one. It doesn't matter which way you put it, but for some reason I feel the need to put it on right side up when I glue it down. Okay, now that's framed out really nicely. Let's put the inside in because that's an easy do, right? And if you want to put a sentiment in here, you can do that. Very pretty. Let's pop this up. Let's see. Still frozen. I'll randomly put some of these on. And one more. This is perfect thing to use your edges of your dimensionals. Use them up. Okay. Get centered. Good. Okay, so we have the best birthday wishes that we stamped on this little piece of white. We cut this out with the Lost Lagoon, so we have our little label, and this is just going to go over it, right like this. But I want to go ahead and take, make it a banner. So I'm going to use my banner's Pick-a-Punch. And you can just use scissors if you want. And just clip off the ends here. Do you guys have this punch? I love this punch. I've used it all the time. Constantly I use it. Okay, and then we're just going to put this in the center. So let me just get, I'm going to just take a little bit of seal and try not to get it everywhere. And center it. I think I better hold that up to center it so I can see exactly where it's going to go. Maybe like this. Okay, I think that looks good. We'll pop this up too, and these will barely fit on here. We'll put, I think we can get by with just two of them. A crooked one and a straight one. Oh, I don't like that it's showing. We can't have our slip show. Nope. All right, I destroyed that one. It's got to go. Let's try that again. Wow, that's not a good sign if you can't even put dimensionals on, right? We'll see. All right, right like here. We're going to take some of that lovely Lost Lagoon ribbon and just make a bow. Don't you love the coordination of Stampin' Up! Products, that everything coordinates? The ribbon, the paper, the markers, everything coordinates. And that's one of my favorite things about Stampin' Up! You can be creative and everything coordinates. Before Stampin' Up!, if I was going to make something, I looked through this pile of cardstock that I had got like in a bulk pack with different colors, and I was trying to find the perfect color, and nothing really matched. And that's one of the reasons I just love Stampin' Up! So much. It's just so easy. Okay, how about ribbon scissors? All right, let's use a glue dot. Put that right up here. That is not the most beautiful bow, but let's see if we can fix it a little bit. And then I thought the pearls would be nice on this. So we have the iridescent pearls, one of my favorites, and we'll pick some of those up. There's two sizes. I think there's two. Is there more than two? And we'll just place some of these here. Just like that. Okay. Phew, we did it. How long did that take? That took a while. Okay, but I think it's worth it. It's pretty. Do you guys like it? I like it, and it's my favorite colors. I gotta see, who am I gonna send that to? All right, next card. All right. Oh, yes, Lois, you're right. She says a blender pen might be nice to use with the ink pad for these roses. Yes, for sure. Yes. Okay, let's do this sending thanks card. No coloring. No coloring this time. All right, what else are we going to use? These gorgeous, gorgeous dies. These are the Thoughtful Expressions dies. We're going to use these right in here. Again, I think the largest two and this middle one. Okay, so 1, 2, and this middle one. We're not going to use this one right here. Love, love, love these dies. Use them all the time. I hope, now those are in the the mini catalog. I hope they carry these dies over into either the next catalog annual or as an online exclusive at the very least, because I love those dies. Lost Lagoon again, 8.5, 5.5, scored a 4 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, and then this is 5 1/4 by 3/4, just another little strip of the DSP. So I'm going to just put that at the bottom, and we'll put that, and our inside will be done. Easy breezy. We're going to try and move along a little bit faster now. See how that goes. Okay, so again, I've gone with a little bit skinny layers again, right? I was kind of into that today. So again, this piece of basic white is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then this is 5 1/4 by 4 of this beautiful DSP. And I think this DSP is actually Pool Party, but it does coordinate with the Lost Lagoon too. So I felt like that was okay. So I'm going to put this layer on this layer, but I'm not going to attach it to the card yet because we're going to put some ribbon around it next. Okay, so let's do this layer. See if I can get this right with the borders. Okay, now have you guys seen this ribbon? This is the metallic ribbon with Pretty Peacock, also a coordinating color with these two. And I'm just going to take a couple pieces and just put them on the card, right? So I can go ahead and trim 2 pieces off. All right, now if you guys know, if you get the free kit this week, I do include the ribbon and embellishments to make your card, so that'll be part of your kit. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't know how exactly to do this even, but I'm just going to take a little bit of seal here and here. It doesn't matter if it's messy or goes over. And then I'm going to try and figure out, I kind of want them to go, maybe it's best if I do it from the front, like one right here. So let me just tuck that around the back. Okay, there's one. And then one a little bit lower. So we'll just have like a double ribbon on it. So we'll just tuck that around back, just like that as well. Now, what's going to hold it, this is not looking very straight, but we can straighten it out a little bit. What's going to hold this part in the front down is the dies that we're going to put over it, okay? So I think that looks pretty good. I think I have it where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some seal on the back and go ahead and put this down on the card front. Add a little bit extra. And another skinny border. Okay, there's our base. Okay, that's ready. Now, I have the 2 die cuts that we talked about, and this is, again, that same designer series paper. And how do you like that? It's kind of a pool party linen look. I think that's really pretty. So this is going to be one of our bases that we're kind of build our flower collage on. So this can go straight onto here, centered right in the middle. I love the way these dies, you can just do several layers of the dies like that, right? And they're all cut perfectly and pretty like that. So that's going to go on here. We're going to pop it up, but let's finish building on our layer first. Okay, so I also have these pieces here that'll come in your kit, right? And let me show you the dies that we're going to do with those. I've already cut them out. But out of the die kit, I took this one right here, and that's going to go with the Pretty Peacock cardstock. And then this one I did 2 of, okay? And this one is going to go on the Lost Lagoon. So you do 2 of those, you do 1 of these, and on this little square white, you're just going to do 1 of these that'll cut out the 3 flowers, okay? So then this is what we end up with. We have this one in Pretty Peacock, and we've got 2 of these. They're very delicate and pretty, aren't they? In the Lost Lagoon. And then flowers, I cut out a bunch because, you know, I always do that. So we just need 3 of them, but I've got them here because they're not all the same. So I want to pick out which ones I'm going to use. Okay, so that's what we're doing with those pieces right there. Let me move this aside. And then the labels will be pre-cut for you already out of the cardstock. So this is just the centerpiece that's going to go right here. And then this we're going to do, I lied, we are going to do stamping, right? Just a sentiment though. That's going to be with Pretty Peacock. And I'm using Sending Thanks on this one. All right. Renee, that's very funny. She says, take your time, I have to do dishes when you are done. That is hilarious. Okay. Thanks for making me laugh. You guys are funny. All right, Sending Thanks. Okay, stamping done. All right, so let's start just building on this piece right here. And I'm going to pop this up, but before I pop it up, I just want to glue these two pieces down. And I don't want glue on the whole thing. I just want glue kind of just like halfway up these maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my favorite, my Zig glue pen and my mat here. And I'm just going to do the bottom of these. Now, you could also use your Tombow glue. That'll work too. To me, this is just kind of fast and easy. And I'm just kind of going towards the bottom of these stems. Again, what is my obsession with being fast, right? I don't know. Okay, easy. So we're just going to arrange these on here now. And they're going to stick off, and that's fine. That's what we want to do. Just have them stick off. So one's going to go here. And the other one's going to go over here. I think that looks really pretty and delicate. Let me just make sure that's going to work. See, that's going to work fine when we put our thing on. So that's good. So now we can go ahead. Hold on one second. I need to take a break. Nose emergency. Hold on. Okay. All right, and hold on. I didn't get out my baby wipe that I always have handy today. Let me sanitize my hands here. Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and pop this up and put this on right away. Because now we have those other flowers in place. So we're just layering things up. See if I can get this kind of centered where we want it. Okay, I think that's good. All right, next we're going to glue this piece down. And this is just going to go right here. Okay, so let's do the same thing we just did. And again, just kind of the bottoms, because we know some of it's going to kind of stick up. And I'm just going to kind of put that right here. Okay, now I'm going to pop these flowers up, and let's see, there's this one. Now that I've cut out a whole bunch, I can't really tell the difference, so we'll just use these three. And let me make sure I have them so they're upside down to put my dimensionals. Let's get the minis out. And we'll use minis to put these little flowers up. I like these little flowers. They're pretty, right? So see, we're not even using roses for this one, for this card. And I thought they coordinated with the DSP because it's almost like the same white flower that's in the Designer Series paper. They're so clever, Stampin' Up, the way they coordinate that. Okay, so we are just, you can kind of see where they have the little things where I'm going to put the flowers right there. So I'm going to just put one on each. And popped up, we just add a whole nother level of layering, which is nice. Now we're just going to pop up the whole thing onto what we've got so far. All right. And you know what I think I did? I think I used a strip. Let me grab a strip because I've got the ribbon and I want it to lay kind of flat and nice. So I'm going to use one of our foam adhesive strips. And I use these a lot when we do shaker cards. So I'm just going to put a couple strips, hopefully the right size, on the top and the bottom. Actually, let's put one in the middle too, because why not? And let's see if that's going to work. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's all covered up. Do I want this? I think I'm going to put it this way. Okay. All right, let's take those strips up. Now, if you feel like the ribbon's too floppy, you can put a little glue dot under your ribbon too to kind of hold it in place. Should we do that? Let me just do that so I don't have any issues later. I'm just going to stick one there, and we'll just put one more. I'm just going to lift it with my Take Your Pick tool. This one's not as loose. It's going to be harder to sneak one underneath. Okay. Everything's being held in place now. All right, that's going to go in the middle. Great. Let us put on our sentiment. Whoa, and that's going to go right down here. Just like that. Okay. So now we're just going to do some embellishing. That's all we have left to do. And I've got two different things that we're going to use. First, they have, these are really pretty. This is the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock Foil Gems. So there's like gold foil inside these gems, which I think is really pretty. We're going to use some of these small ones and just put them in the center of the flowers. So right there. Just like that. All right, and then the other thing are these beautiful sequins. This is the adhesive back sequins trio. Comes in the 3 different colors, obviously because it's a trio, right? And we're going to use the Pretty Peacock sequins, and we'll just put some of these. Whoa, that went right onto my mat. Up here. And I think these look really nice too, because again, the color coordination is just perfect. And one right there. All right, what are we gonna do with this little guy? All right, you guys, card number 2. I think it's a really pretty, delicate floral card. I hope you guys like this one. This one might be my favorite from tonight. I really like it. Okay, all right, thanks you guys. Okay, I need to get a drink, hold on. Water, hold on. Okay, the next one that we're gonna do is gonna be this little fun fold right here. And we're gonna use those favorite dies again that I just love. The DSP, let me show you the DSP because I haven't showed you that up close yet. So I have some sheets right here to show you. I love this. I think this is so pretty with these colors. So you have kind of floral patterns on these sheets of the Designer Series paper, again free. We're going to use this for this card, and we're just going to cut out one of these right here and color it in. Okay, again, it's pretty just gray if you want to do that. And then on the other side of these papers, you just have these really nice patterns. So kind of the linen. You've got that one. This is kind of a photography burlappy color. We're going to use this kind of pebbled path tweed. And so nice paper, right? Especially since it's free. Okay. The other thing that we're going to do, and so you, again, use any sentiment you want. I just kind of like this one, so I used the Just For You. And I took that from the Adoring Hearts when we did the Adoring Hearts a couple weeks ago. I'm just using the Just For You sentiment and this little banner, this curved banner die right here. I will cut the die for you and put it in your kit. But if you don't have this set, use something else. You could put any label across the front of it. Okay. All right. So here are our pieces. We're using Pebbled Path to coordinate with this card. Same card base. I'm keeping them very simple. This one is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 like usual, so it's going to be folded in half. But then it's also scored again at 2 1/8. So we're going to take this and bend it back the other way. Make sure it lines up. And where is my... getting that burnished. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's what our card's going to be like. All right, now our other pieces, super easy card, right? And this right here is petal pink, so we're using petal pink. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and then we're going to take this DSP. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and this is just going to go right on that first layer. And there's that other pretty color again. Now, if you don't like this kind of tweed, you know, you could always mix it up and use some of the other DSP. Up to you. It's your card. Do whatever you like. I just kind of like the pebbled path look with the pink. I thought it was pretty. Okay, now we're gonna do the same basic layer. Get this centered. We're gonna do the same basic layer right here on the front. Okay, so the measurements for this time I have the petal pink. This is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. And then this is 1 3/4 by 5 3/8. So it just gets put in here with another skinny border. I don't know. We're doing okay with the skinny borders, right? But I love the look of a border. Okay. Put this in the center. This one's got a little bit wider of a border. Okay, there we go. There's our basic card base. Okay, now we've got some layers. We've got this from those beautiful dies that I showed you. And again, this is the Thoughtful Expressions. And you can see which dies I use. So it's the second biggest and the third biggest. Okay, that's the size for those. So there's 2 of them. I cut the bigger one in the pebbled path, and then I cut 2 of the same size. One that we're going to do our inside sentiment on, and this is the petal pink. So that one's going to go here. This one's going to go on the inside. All right. We're also going to stamp on this banner. So here are 2 pieces for stamping. And then we're going to color this. And it's already inked in the pebble path. And again, if you wanted to leave it just like that, that would be really beautiful. You don't even have to color it. You can just leave it like that. But what I did then, because I did color it, was I used, hi Lisa. Okay, let's see. You know what? I don't even think that I shaded. I think I just used the light petal pink, period. Or did I just put it away because I was working on other cards this week? Let me get out the dark too. We might have to do some shading. All right, and so this should go pretty quickly. And you're like, yeah, right. That's what you said the last time. And it didn't. I'm almost tempted to just leave it without coloring it because I really like how pretty it looks just by itself. Okay, I'm keeping to the petals. Trying to make sure I don't color leaves in pink. And then we will add just a little bit of shading in here. Did I get all the pink areas? Bud. Is there just one? Oh, here, this is a flower. Right in here. Okay. This is a bud right here. We're going to figure it out. All right, so we've got that and that. And here's another flower. Wait, 2 more flowers. Okay, I think we found all the flowers. Let's just add a little bit of dark, which, I mean, it's so light when you add the dark, even you can't even tell that much. We might not even blend it. We might just leave it like this. You don't want to get too crazy, right? Okay, we're going to call that done. Now, the other color I used, because I kind of wanted to stick with the light colors, is I used the soft sea foam. And this one is the dark. Here's the light. Oh, I hear the neighbor's dog outside. Gonna get the whole neighborhood stirred up. What do you guys think? Color or no color on this one for the roses? After this, so we're gonna color and fussy cut, right? I'm sorry. I'm just laughing. But it's easy. There's no die to go with this that I saw anyway. Did I miss it? I don't think so. I was like, wait, is that a leaf? Yep. And just a little stemmy leaf right here. Okay, should we add a little bit of dark? Why not? It's not even going to show up that much because this isn't very dark, right? And I'm not even going to blend it. I'm just putting it in, and that's it. Okay, let's cut it. Still frozen over here. Oh, everybody's saying color. Okay, color it is. I know it's only Tuesday, but I feel like this week's already gone by pretty fast. The first 2 days kind of flew by. The weeks go by quickly. Okay. Whoops, I meant to cut that off and I curved it the wrong way, but it's fine. I like when the leaves and stuff, when the edges are kind of jagged, so you can just kind of cut jaggedly and it looks good. It's too much pressure when everything's straight and you have to cut it perfectly or it's really noticeable. Okay, dog's done barking and now it's super quiet in here. Okay, there we go. Let's do the stamping, super easy stamping. I'm gonna get out my pebbled path. So just for you, stamp right here. And then I did Happy Mother's Day on the inside. I'm putting a little bit towards the top because I want to have a little bit of room to write something. Okay, let's put it together. Okay, so I took a little bit of this this textured ribbon. This is in Pebbled Path, and let me just start by putting this piece on here. Whoa. Line this up. Okay, and so what I did is I'm just going to take some adhesive on the back again, and I just want to take a piece of this ribbon and fold it, and I'm going to do it kind of long, so I just have that little tail coming off, just kind of like this. All right, so I'm going to trim that. I think I'm going to trim it like this and like this. One's a little bit longer than the other, which is fine. Okay, so we just have that. Then I'm going to go ahead and put it on here, and I want this to kind of angle this way. And it looks like it's going to line up so that the round parts are just like this. So I flip it over, and I'm only going to put dimensionals on this side. So I'm actually going to put one here. I want to go over the edge because I still want my card to be able to open. I guess I'm going a little crazy with the dimensionals, but that's okay. All right. So this is going to go right. Let me get it so it's kind of right in the middle here. Let's just go a little bit more that way. Okay, let's see how we did. Not bad, not bad. I can't see the dimensionals. That's good. Okay, next I want the inside. It's going to have to be hidden, right? And it's just a little bit smaller, but we want to make sure that we get it hidden where it's supposed to go. So I'm going to set it right here. Let me make sure my Happy Mother's Day is right side up. We'll see if the Mother's Day is right side up. And I'm just going to close it this way and pick it up this way. It's just, I think that's good. All right, so there we go. So it opens just like that. Okay, we could have brought this over just a little bit more, but I think it's okay like this. Because see, it's a little bit off on the inside. So we could have brought it over just a little bit more, but I don't know. Do I want to peel it up and move it over just a little bit? Apparently I do. So I'm going to move it over. Which way do I want it? I want it more that way. So I want it closer to the edge here. Okay. So let me move it just a little bit like this. We'll try again. Okay, I feel like that's more centered. What do you guys think? Good? And covered. Okay, we're just going to put this down. I'm not going to add dimensionals to pop that up because it's pretty thin. So we're going to put our flowers and kind of arrange them. I want the flowers right side up, so I'm going to put it right across like this. And then, should I pop the banner up? Why not? Let's see. I think minis would be better for this one. Then the embellishments are really pretty too. I'll show you the ones that we're going to use. Just getting the backings off over the garbage. And I'm just going to put this across like this. Okay. So the gems. These are the gems right here, and these are the 23 to 2025 in color dots. So obviously all the different in colors. And so we're going to use the Pebbled Path ones, and I think they coordinate just beautifully. So let's use a big, we're going to have to peel it off this way. It's a little hard to get up. A big one here, a small one. Come on. And then we'll do the medium one down at the bottom. Finally, it came up. Okay. All right, those coordinate really nicely, right? They're the perfect color. Okay, you guys, that is card number 3. They're getting easier, right? Are they or not getting easier? I'm not sure. Okay, we have one more to make. Uh-oh, hold on, I got a block avalanche going here. Oh, my blocks are stacked up with the images. Let's see if I can just undo that so nothing falls. Okay, this is going to be our 4th card right here, this congratulations card. This one's going to be nice and easy. We're using the Wild Weeds. You guys love it or hate it. I haven't really used it much yet. I started to like it better once when somebody told me that it's kind of looks like gold. So I like gold. So I was like, okay, so we kind of have the smoky slate that's like a silver stamp, and I guess the Wild Weed is kind of like our gold stamp, right? Thank you guys. I'm reading the comments for a minute. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Good. Lois, Wink of Stella. Yes. Hold on. Let's bring it back and do that. That's a great idea. We have to do some Wink of Stella. Make it really pretty. Good call. I love it. Let's see. Am I getting enough on? I don't want to blob it on. Oh, it's going on. Let's see. Sometimes you can't see it until it kind of dries up a little bit. And let me see if I can kind of see it. Oh yeah, I can see it. As it's starting to dry, you're starting to get that sparkle on there. So pretty, very glittery. Okay, let's do this card next. So in this one, all I added for this one is the Nested Essentials dies. And I believe it's this one right here. Hold on, let me see. I want to be able to tell you for sure which one it is. Yep, it's the smallest one. And we're going to use that for our sentiment. If you get the kit this week, I will die cut that for you. So you'll have it. You don't have to have those dies. All right, here is our last card. So we've got Wild Wheat, basic card base. 8.5, 5.5, square to 4 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4 of the white, and then just the little strip of 4 inch by 3/4 to go inside our card. Let's just get that done right off the bat. I feel like I have a little bit extra, which sometimes happens. Did you guys get this paper free with Sale-a-bration? What was your favorite Sale-a-bration item this time around? There were so many things to choose from. Did you have a favorite one? Okay, this is what we're going to do our stamping on. So I have this piece right here. All 3 of these white pieces are 5 1/4 by 4. All 3 of them are the same. We're going to stamp on this one. This is going to be a background to this. And the only reason I'm doing that and not putting it flat on the card is because I want to have the ribbon go around just this right here. Okay, so both these are for stamping. So let's put that together first. So I've got this kind of burlappy piece right here. So this is edge to edge. I'm just covering up completely this white piece. It's just adding a little bit of strength for our ribbon to go around. That's it. Okay, so these pieces are both 5 1/4, and this is 1 inch and this is 3 inches. Let me just make sure I'm not lying. Yep, 1 inch and 3 inches. Okay, you can see I did a really great job of making sure that's lined up. Not at all. So I'm just going to clip off a little bit of this. I don't know what happened, but we're going to make it right. Okay. All right, now we're going to take that same ribbon, but this time in Wild Wheat, and we're just going to take another piece and cut it and do the same thing we did before. I've had trouble. Have you guys used these ribbons, these textured ribbons? I just feel like they're a little bit bulky to tie in bows. I mean, you can do it, but it's just not my favorite. So I've been kind of using it flat for this. So I'm just going to put one little bit here to kind of tack that down and put that right across. And then we'll do the same thing that we did. I'm going to kind of do it at an angle. And it doesn't matter because you're not going to see this once it's down. And then make sure this is straight and tuck it behind. Same thing on this side. And tuck it behind. And then we have our piece like that. Okay. So now that that's done, there's no reason not to go ahead and put our layer on. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Doesn't look great from the back, but nobody's going to see it. Hopefully it'll line up good on the card on the front, which I think it's lining up okay. All right, there we go. Maybe it's just a little bit off. Why am I having trouble tonight? I feel like I have to fix this whole thing. I should have put it on the other side because this side's more straight. Can I take it off and do it? Well, it's probably going to leave glue, but I can use adhesive remover later and get the adhesive off because I feel like it's going to be better on this side. Okay. I feel like that's much better. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Let me just see if I need to get any little pieces of adhesive off of here. I want it sticking all over. Okay. All right, let's do some stamping. Easy stamping. We're going to take wild wheat. We've got this leaf stamp. And we're just going to stamp that twice on our paper and then die cut it out. So I want to make sure that this is flat. This glass mat has been great for stamping. Get really nice crisp images. Flip that over and do it the other way. Just like that. And then all you're going to do is take your die and die cut it out. So this is the die that goes with it, and it just fits right on here perfectly. Okay, send it through your die cutting machine twice, one for each, and that's it. It's all cut out. All right, I've done that part for us already, so here they are. Here we go. The other thing we're going to stamp is congratulations on our piece right here. You can see I got adhesive on here. Not cool. Here's our congratulations. We're going to use Calypso Coral to coordinate. Oh, hold on. I want to see what things that you guys liked. The bird paper, gorgeous. I love that bird paper. Yeah, I got a couple packs of that paper too. Very pretty. Jungle Pals and Most Adored. Yep. I haven't used the Jungle Pals yet, but I'm dying to use it. Okay, watermelon. Yes, that was a good one too. Yeah, just they just had so many good. I feel like this was just such a good Sale-a-bration. So many good things. All right, congratulations. Okay, so we're gonna, I'm gonna put this one down flat. You can see I may have had some issues when I was doing mine. I had to flip it over. So this one's gonna kind of come across this way, flat. This one I'm gonna pop up. Let me get some dimensionals. Is there anything that you guys are still wanting to get from Sale-a-bration? Or did you get everything you wanted on your wish list from Sale-a-bration free? All right, this just about like this. I don't know if I have to cut that off, but why not? Then it won't get in the way. This last part right here, this is gonna get popped up. I'm gonna cut this part off too. That way I can put it wherever I wanna put it. All right, just like that, hopefully straight. And then for the embellishments for this one, now I didn't think before, I could have used the in colors for this too, because you do have the wild wheat, but I wanted more of the Calypso Coral. So what I did was I just took some of our basic rhinestone jewels and I colored them. And so where's my Calypso Coral? I can't remember if I did dark or light. Oops. So let's do, and this might vary. This is my old one. See how I kind of ruined the tip? Maybe from coloring so many of these. I don't know. But I think they're pretty when they're colored. Let me hold these up a little so you can see them. Look at how beautiful they color. I love doing that. All right. They should be dry. Let me pick them up and put them on. All right, you guys, that's it. We did it. That's our last card. So we got that. Let's bring them out and take another look. See which one we like best. All right, so we've got our birthday card. I'm gonna have to clean my mat because I got glue all over it. A sending thank you card. We've got our rose cards, that just for you Mother's Day cards with the pebbled path. We use a lot of different colors, right? And then we have our congratulations cards. So I hope you guys like these projects. If you would like the project and measurement sheet, I'll send it out in tomorrow morning's email if you're on my email list. Otherwise, if you're not on my email list, you can just email me and I'll be happy to send you the project and measurement sheet through the email. Couple reminders, if you like paper pumpkin, then the Memorable Meadows kit is this month's paper pumpkin. Subscribe by March 10th. I think that's going to be a good one. Again, the dies that go with it. A free stamp set is included with this one, so that's super fun. And if you place an order of $35 or more, in addition to getting the kit to make one of each of these cards, you'll also get the February Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. And this has all Sale-a-bration ideas in here, and it's 10 different designers who made 10 different cards, and it has all the measurements and instructions for making these projects. I'll send that to you for free in the email if you spend $35 or more. This is the card that I made for this month in February. Again, using the Sale-a-bration. This was one of the stamp sets from that. So that's the card for that. And I think that's it. Oh, let me show you a sneak peek of what we're going to do next week. So next week, have you guys seen the cow set? OMG, it's so cute. So we're going to do cow cards next week. So I have this holy cow one. I had to make a barn. So we're going to do this cute little one with the barn. We're going to do this one right here with the grass and the flowers. And then we're going to do this Milk Magic one, this little treat holder. These little Milk Magic, these straws you put into milk and it flavors your milk. So I think that's a really fun treat holder. So join me next week and we're going to play with cows. I think that's going to be really fun. Okay, you guys have a really good week. Thank you so much for joining me. I love spending my Tuesday nights with you guys. And I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.